I was sitting in the kitchen and I was like, Lord, what
anything in particular. I was just
what am I gonna do? I have all of these responsibilities, all of this going on, and it seems like I'm doing everything I can for you, and everything is just going opposite. Anybody ever been there where it seems like you were doing all you knew to do, and still you took 2 steps forward and you took 5 steps back, and you're saying, God, what in the world is going on? And I was sitting in my kitchen and I didn't understand it. And then these words came. I said, Lord, you are good. You've been so good. Lord, you are good. You've been better than good. I can't.
Welcome to the Better for Today podcast show.
There we go. What's going on, peoples? I'm Al, it's Carms. We got a fantastic show for you guys tonight. Oh, there it goes. The subject is men's mental health, its effect on the family structure. I think I'm saying men because I'm a man. But
no.
This son, man, we changed our seats, but this son is in it. I think it encompasses everybody. Not just men. I didn't want to just stop last month because it was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
I'm gonna fix it for you.
I don't think you can.
I can.
It's coming through the patio doors. Yeah, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I didn't want to just stop there. Because there's just so much more that we could talk about. And we're going to talk about it. Let us know you are in the building. We're going to it's coming through the patio doors. I keep telling you that. You can't block it. We're going to give it you can't stand there all night. We can give everybody some time to get in. Don't worry about it, Combs.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's going to move. To get into the building. I got so many things around here. I had some birthday shout outs, but I can't remember. Carmen.
I heard you.
So what are you doing?
Trying something.
I just told you to. You can't stop. That's one of our issues.
It's not mine.
Yes, it is. It is yours because you continue to do stuff I asked you not to do. Trying to see. Make sure I'm not missing nobody. People told me last they was on Instagram, but I still can't figure out how to see the live broadcast on Instagram. Nope, that ain't it.
What is it broadcasting on?
It's on my name, Myers_Al. See here. I don't know how to do that. Been trying all week to figure that out.
I found you.
Yeah, it's on live over there.
There you go.
But I can't pick it up. Why I can't pick it up?
I don't know.
Nope. Oh.
That when you were on top?
Where?
Oh, that's Tyler.
All right. So anyway, once again, the title is Men's Mental Health, Its Effect on the Family Structure. And make sure I got all my notes in order before I start. one of the most important things for us as men to do is introspection. This is very, very important. I think a lot of us as men don't know where to start. I'm blessed to belong to a ministry that mental health is huge. It literally carves out a section for training in that field. As men, it's very, put this jacket on, I'm hot. It's very, very important that we do this because we are an integral part of the family. They have tried numerous times to move us out of the family structure, but they can't move out what God has created. Once again, let us know you in the building. If you're not, it's okay. So we're just gonna dive in, man. I was hoping some people would join. There are probably people here, but I don't know. My wife has made me, or I've become an expert on ChatGPT. So, and they have some really, really good articles on there. What I like about them is they give you the reference on where they got the information from. And so if you would like for me to share that with you, let me know in the comments, however you want to hear it. I mean, however you want me to share it with you, let me know. But I'm going to copy and paste a lot of this. So, because I'm praying that, more people will join so they can hear what's being said tonight. I'm going to start because I'm on a new journey of intentionality now. So I'm going to start on Sunday. At the ministry we belong to, Pastor Lisa came on and her topic was "You Will Flourish." And she said quite a few things, but the thing that really stuck out to me was she says, pay attention with intention. I don't think a lot of us even understand what that means. As long as you got your phone in your face all day, you're being trained to be distracted. A lot of people don't want to believe that, but this is what the objective of social media is. It's to distract you. So when they send a blast out, we're going to be so used to being distracted. It's not going to be hard for us to listen to the wrong thing. Plenty of us watch social media, TikTok. These are videos, it's to decrease your attention span. A video comes on, 5-10 minutes, goes back off, comes on. So this is how we're training ourselves to pay attention in spurts. And they notice we got to kind of try to come off of that, because when you train yourself like that, it's hard for you to even have conversations with people because you're training yourself in spurts. What's up, Keish? Go get Woo. You train yourselves in spurts. And so for me, I have to now put my phone to the side.
I apologize.
It's fine. To put my phone to the side so that
I'm trying. It
you
won't.
did- Where's your mouse at?
It's
It's not working.
it decided to.
All right. Don't worry about that. All right. So yeah, we have to take a control of what it is that we're doing so that we can be the most effective
Yes.
when we're doing it. We have to, so this has been a really good week for me. Like I said, it started off Sunday. Started counseling again. And when you're being intentional, you can hear and see things on a level that you're not going to hear and see if you're not being intentional. A lot of nonsense you can see from afar off. What I'm learning is how did I say it a minute ago? I have to police myself so that my honesty is not always brutal.
Mm.
Honesty is huge. I'm really, really working on it because, as I told my wife, I don't trust people. I just have a hard time trusting people. I know where it came from, and it's, to me, I fool myself into thinking it's a security thing, and it's not. You don't allow just as much stuff as you think you don't allow to happen to you. You don't allow a lot of good stuff to happen to you either. you block that stuff out as well. So I'm learning to let my guards down. It's really, really hard. As I told somebody earlier in the week, nobody's 100% honest. Nobody is 100% honest. Given the right situation, they'll lie to you. They'll lie to you. I'm high on the list. I don't tell whole truths. I tell just enough, and that's just not good, especially in a relationship. It's not good. So my journey has led me to do a lot of research this week, and this is what we're reading today. I hope it helps you because it has helped me tremendously. So we're gonna dive in. So it talks about how the men's mental health has a profound influence on the family structure, emotionally, relationally, and even spiritually. But I'm gonna take it a little further than that. I think it has an effect on it physically and financially. You know, they say relationally. I wonder if they call that mentally, because we have what you call is the MEP system. It's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and then at the end of that, I put financial. These are systems that work in the family, outside. They work everywhere, and we gotta be. You figure it's 5 of them. We gotta be at 20% on each one of them. Some days you're gonna be a little bit high. Some days you're gonna be a little bit low. You gotta be aware to know when those times come. As my wife says to me often, I have to be in my awareness. It gives me the ability to say to her, I just can't talk right now. I can't, you know, I need to process. And our mates need to be able to receive that and go, okay, I'll just wait till later. You know, after her being, hey, Mima, on her phone with her people all day, I know she wants to hear the voice or just maybe unload sometimes. And sometimes I'm just not in that space to accept it. So I'm learning to be able to tell her, hey, Combs, like right now, it's just not a good time. It's just not a good time. So I'm gonna copy and paste a lot of this stuff. And one of the things that I like about what I researched, it's a section in here, and I hope we get to it, that shows how to help your partner. You know, some people know, I don't know how to help. Yes, let me change that. You're gonna learn tonight. There's gonna be some things that is required of you that might make you feel like you're being used, that might make you feel like you're less than, but these are instrumental to help your partner. You know, I'm learning that more and more on because of how I was raised, where I was raised at. You know, some things make you feel like a sucker. I mean, if you're gonna be a sucker, why not be one for your partner? That's how I look at things, man. And you know, we gotta kind of get into our database, and you know, like Pastor Lisa said on Sunday, you ain't really got to remove some stuff. You just gotta tweak it a little bit so that it works. All right, back to my article. I'm gonna read a lot of this stuff. I'm not one to be trying to put my words into stuff, but so this is the emotional availability and stability part. A man who is struggling with mental health will be emotionally distant. He will show signs of irritability or withdrawal. The impact is the spouse and the children may feel neglected, confused, or unsafe emotionally, leading to insecurity in the home. Now, the problem that I have with hey, Loretta, with that is we have not been taught how to articulate that calmly. We don't know how to say something's bothering us until we're angry. And particularly men. You know, we wait for it to get to a boiling point.
And say, damn it, don't you see that I'm upset?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
when
what you're trying to say.
If you could come home and say something to your family as like, hey, I need a couple of minutes so I can, you know, unload some of this stuff. But we think that because we move a certain way, they're supposed to know. and they don't. They don't know, and boom, you got an explosion. You got an explosion because, like I said, you know, I'm not gonna say they don't care about your day, but daddy's home. You know, wife has a lot to say, the kids have a lot to say, and you may not have time to process all that. And so your mental health in that area is instrumental to the stability of the house. Very, very instrumental. The mood of the father controls the mood of the house. And I'm telling you, as soon as he walks through the door, the mood changes. Everything changes. Now, I don't know if that happens for the mother, you know, but I'm speaking from a man's perspective. These are the things that a man's mental health, how they influence the family structure. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this one. And you can do something as well if you want to. It's up to you. All right. This is in the comments. And I'm going to turn the comment box on so y'all may be able to see it in the window. This is mental health issues often result in poor communication, unresolved conflict, or even emotional or verbal abuse. For me, I'm finding out that verbal abuse sometimes is worse than physical abuse because it leaves invisible scars. And we got to get better at managing our emotions, especially as men. But if you have not been exposed to certain aspects of this mental health thing, I think it's very hard to go and get help. I think it is extremely hard. Hey, Therese, I think it's extremely hard because of the stickler that it carries from what we've. I'm gonna give an example, and this is not about mental health. This is my view of the church. So my wife was going to this church. She was going every Sunday, and I was like, I'm gonna go to this church to show her X, Y, Z. Why did I do that? It was because of what I had been trained to believe what went on in churches. Now, of course, some churches do operate that, but this particular church didn't. And I've been there ever since.
Right.
What am I saying? Give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a try. Most jobs, and particularly if you work like in a big city like New York, they have insurance that pays for this stuff.
Right.
And we need to utilize it because it's coming out your money anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a purging. You're going somewhere and emptying out.
Someone who doesn't know you,
Someone
unbiased.
You need to be around somebody that don't know you.
And they're going to give you clear strategies based on the information you're giving. But if you're giving them false narratives, you know,
and that's the key, Calm. The key is honesty, man.
Yeah.
You got to be.
Yeah.
Listen, man. It needs to make you feel like, I'm gonna use the words, a sucker. I'm pouring out, and I usually don't talk like this. I usually don't. You know, it's not common,
right,
for me to talk like this. And eventually, you'll learn how to do that with your partner.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important, fellas, to learn when you're able to articulate how you feel. It's a form of intimacy in a relationship because your partner kind of craves that. I'm talking this from a male-female perspective. Anybody else, I don't know. You're on your own. But it's something that they crave because they really want to know what's going on with you. And I believe in turn, they'll start to share more about themselves. All right? Moving right along. So these mental issues can lead to a breakdown of intimacy, trust, and long-term resentment. The impact is marital strain or divorce, affecting the stability of the entire family. Let's park right there for a second. You know, it's amazing to me how many people have these exit plans. I ain't doing this no more.
I was gonna say nobody ever talks about how we can fix this.
I ain't doing this no more.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing this. And I'm out. And I'm talking about some people who've been together 20, 30 years. It's like, I'm not doing this no more. And I'm like, really? I just believe everything's worth fighting for now. You know, I read something a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago that said, everything's up for renegotiation. I strongly believe that.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that. You know, the marriage license is one of the only licenses that don't expire. I think that thing need to be renewed every 2 years. Just me.
Wait a minute. Every 2?
Every 2 years. And for some, every 6 months. I mean, like right now, excuse me, with our ministry, we're doing a refresher course to remind us of what the ministry does, or how it operates.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that needs to be done in a marriage.
That's good.
I really think we need refresher marriage courses, so that we can be reminded of what we're doing.
This true covenant meant. Yeah. What we in this for?
What we doing?
What we doing?
You know, every so often, you know, somebody who don't know you, you go in and you like an oil change, a tune up.
Right.
You know, there may be a screw loose. But we don't. We went to a conference many months ago. Yeah, but it's not. And one of the facilitators alerted us to something that we never even thought about. And he called it false peace.
Right. Yes.
He said, just because you sitting there and you don't want to stir the pot, doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
No. Right.
Because on the external you're good, but on the inside you boiling.
Yeah, and nothing gets resolved.
Nothing good. And that's
and you end up revisiting that same
you will
issue.
revisit it. You will revisit it.
Right.
Because I'm laughing about this now, but about 3 weeks ago, me and her got to, I guess, I don't want to call it an argument, disagreement. And she closed the door. And then she opened the door again. And I was like, what she closed the door for? And she said, I have more stuff to say. And I was like, okay, what am I saying? In this false peace, that stuff that you want to come out later on, you can't prevent it from coming out. So you need to be able to.
But how many years have we gone and I've never said nothing? I've never confronted nothing. I just stay quiet.
Why is that?
Why? Because I was operating in false peace. I figured if I didn't say nothing, then you can't argue by yourself.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
You can. I mean, you know, people say you need two people to argue. I don't. Because it's just, you know, but it's just not a good place for a relationship. No. It really isn't. Your partner needs to be able to vocalize whatever's going on with them. I don't know what this thing keeps popping up. Yeah, once again, it's like a form of intimacy. You know, sharing, you know, some of your innermost secrets. Because realistically, in most relationships, that's not done. I mean, people don't even know what their spouse is. I think I asked you the other day, what are your dreams? What are your goals? That's not a conversation that's often had. Right. The busyness of life, the kids, everything, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, when we get together, we watching a movie, we crashing out. But you gotta carve some time out. Yeah. To sit down and really listen to your partner. One day, you can, but you look silly. I be looking silly, but you have to know what they're thinking. I mean, it's important. It's really important. But when you're dealing, I'm getting a lot of Instagram posts, but there ain't nobody on there. That's Instagram?
Yeah, I'm gonna show one, but I'm not getting any.
Nothing, right? Anybody, right? Okay. It's important for the stability of the relationship that your spouse knows or your partner knows they have the open floor for communication. You know, sometimes you might need to just say, I just need you to listen. I need a response. You know, and that's hard. You need batteries.
I don't know what it is, but the light is on.
You need this thing here.
No.
All right. So here's something I wrote down. This is not my notes on here. It's a scripture. I'm going to pull it up if I can. Man, these Instagram posts, they need to go away. Why they keep pulling up on here? I think it's because it's in my feed.
Oh.
Here it goes. We're going to read this. I'm going to actually try to post this.
There you go.
This is out the Message version. This is Luke 6. I don't like that one.
Okay.
Let me go to the NIV. Computer's running a little slow.
A little. It's like, why is it dragging tail?
Yes. When you don't want it to run slow,
Yeah.
it won't.
I'm gonna have to clean my cookies.
I'll put this in a banner. And then I'm gonna play this video for you guys. Because I want y'all to hear this. All right, this is Luke 6:38. It says, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." So as I was reading this scripture, God said to me, take the word measure out and put in motive.
Okay.
A good motive.
Mm.
Pressed down, shaken together. So anybody that doesn't know about this scripture, this was, back in Jesus' time, agriculture was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would come to buy grain, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot the utensil that you would buy it in. And so they would put the grain in it, shake it and press it down. Mm-hmm. So that you can get more grain in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I thought about it, if you go to the latter part of that verse, it says, for with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. So you read it, for with the motive you use, you will get the same motive in return.
Mm.
At the beginning of the week, as I told you, intention.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't realize that sometimes, and this is dealing with mental health, sometimes when we do something,
mm-hmm.
our motives is not right. And when your motives is not right, the spirit of your motive goes before what comes out your mouth. And something was, I read today, something they called it a prepared expectation. Like you're doing something and this prepared expectation is what you're anticipating happening.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only one who knows that.
Yeah.
Nobody else knows it. So when this expectation doesn't manifest, it adds to your motive. Now you You pissed off because you didn't get the results.
Message on your phone. Look who stopped by today.
Somebody sent me my glasses speaking. So, Jesus. Excuse me, people. I think it's Ashan that came by their house. Yep, Ashan. Look at that dude. He got muscles and everything.
Oh my goodness, he's a grown man.
From Donald Woodbury. They sent one photo.
Wow, my dude, Ashan. Gotta respond.
Gotta respond.
So yeah, so we gotta be. Where's that other scripture where it talks about God loves a cheerful giver? Where's that scripture that comes?
Okay, let's
Look that one up.
Oh Lord, my phone.
It's dying.
Yeah.
I should know that. God loves
Oh, I keep grabbing that thing.
cheerful giver. This computer is moving at us. That's in 2 Corinthians 9:7. I'm going to read that. It says, whoever sows sparingly will reap sparingly, and whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. What's really in your heart will be the spirit of whatever it is you're doing. And although you may not convey it in your words, you can't prevent that spirit from taking over whatever's going on. And a lot of times in a relationship, we fail to realize that our spirit is what's controlling the atmosphere at that time. And when you begin to understand that, your words will start to change. So I want y'all to listen to this video. This video is dope. If I can do it right. All right, let me find it. Let me try to start from the beginning.
Definition of future, if you look it up in the dictionary, literally Google it. Google the definition of future.
The time or a period of time following the moment of speaking or writing.
Read that again.
The time or a period of time following the moment of speaking or writing.
The definition of the future is the moment you speak or you write something, that is your future. By definition, it's the moment of time following the period of speaking or writing. The moment you speak or write something, by definition, that's your future.
Creation.
Define past.
Gone by in time and no longer existing.
And what's the next thing?
The time or a period of time before the moment of speaking or writing.
What does that say again?
Same thing, just in the past.
The moment or period of time before you speak or write. So the moment you speak or write something, that becomes your future. Anything prior to that moment is now your past. Most people recreate their past because they just keep talking about the past. So it becomes the future all over again. Or you will say, I want to make $100,000. And then you start speaking, God, let me just make enough money to pay my bills. So God says, you get enough money to pay your bills, but you don't get the $100,000. You stop speaking that. That became your past the moment you start speaking something else. The definition of future.
Very new to technology, so. What up, Petey? It says future is when soon as it comes out of your mouth, it's your future. But when you start to speak about your past, that becomes your future. Your words, family, are pivotal, man. And when you have bad motives behind, you don't even understand. What's up, Tosh? That's why they tell you be careful what comes out of your mouth. I'm trying to tell you, you don't even understand the atmosphere you're setting, and particularly in the relationship. Now we're talking about mental health. We're talking about, well, let's say everybody's mental health. When you're speaking negative, you're creating a future that you really don't even understand that you're doing. Now I understand that sometimes it's, you want to get out what you need to get out. But what I'm learning is you got to set the tone for that. You got to say, hey, I just need you to hear me, X, Y, Z, so that you can get it out and not have ulterior motives behind it. Because the ulterior motives is what carries that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now, and I don't want to get spiritual, but man, I'm telling you that this Bible is coming alive to me. It talks about how the forces of evil come for your words.
Mm-hmm.
They come for your words. And so now you're saying stuff. You have disregarded that this person, male or female, is going through something because, now you want to be right. Now you're a right fighter.
Mm-hmm.
What up, G Money? And you have disregarded the sanctity of this, I'm gonna call it a marriage. And your responsibility is to cover that thing, regardless of how you feel. And all of a sudden now, because you got things you got to say, you have abandoned the thought process behind, hey, this stuff is carrying my future.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't pay attention to this stuff until it gets too late. Like the guy said, you say, hey, God, I want $100,000. But boy, give me enough money to pay my bills.
So you just...
It's the last thing you said.
It's the last thing you said. That's right.
And then you get enough money to pay your bills and be like, man, I'm tired of just making it. Well, start speaking it.
Right.
So I'm saying all this in reference to your partner's mental health. Start speaking positiveness.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even have to, you ain't got to be all loud and screaming. It could be when they're asleep. It could be while they're in a bad mood. You speak to that thing, man, and let it improve. Or should improve.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to skip because. So this is where your partner can be instrumental. So we haven't hit on anything in regards to the issues of mental health because we've done that weeks ago. Y'all need to go back and watch some of the broadcasts. This ain't a show where you scream and shout. This is some good stuff, man. And I'm praying that people are either writing this down or go back and watch this because, man, when you start to realize what's not happening in your household, you gotta isolate you. And what I'm doing is my isolation is not to prove that it's not me. It's to improve us.
Right.
Because a lot of people will go into counseling or other aspects to try to improve themselves, and they're doing it to prove it's not me.
Right.
That's not healthy.
No.
That's not healthy. Because what, you gonna leave your partner just sitting there? Now everything that goes wrong, you like.
I was gonna say, so that it's
not me.
Your intentions is all screwed up because you're going into introspection
Motives
to point the other person
That's
out.
what you're doing it for.
Yeah.
And the forces of evil is like, I can't wait for him to get out of this because they're gonna use you against the marriage. They're gonna use you against the family.
That darn Marvel show, how the enemy operated. How he manipulated.
What Marvel show we talking about?
What's the new one? Ironhead? Is it Ironhead? With the little black girl from I think it's Ironhead.
Is it a series or something?
It's a series.
I definitely ain't watched it.
Yeah, it's a series.
Yeah, I don't know about it then.
But it started turning dark. And I told you I don't think I'm gonna watch anymore. But how he came. And it was in her thoughts. He was in her thoughts. And how he used it to manipulate her to do his bidding.
How did it start? What did she say or do?
Oh, he came in smooth, hey, come, sit. I know you're hungry.
Oh, okay.
Come on, sit down, eat with me.
Yeah, we got to be very, very careful.
Tell me what you want to do
words,
out of your wildest dreams. You're brilliant. What do you want to do? And she had created this AI hologram of her best friend who was killed. but something happened. She delved into magic to help this other guy get out of the realm of magic. He was under an evil spell. And
So she went into the realm.
she had to use this magic to get out of, yes.
Oh, okay,
And,
so she went into
going
the realm.
into the magic realm made her lose the hologram of her best friend.
You lost me.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that.
But it was just how once you get in, and the girl kept saying, you have to understand when you step into this, you're going to lose some things.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, and it's going to be hard, but you're going to have to fight. But yeah, it was weird. It was weird, but how he connived his way into her ear and got into her thoughts.
She went into the magic realm.
She went into the realm and she thought she could out-cunning him.
In his realm.
And got lost.
In his realm.
Yeah, because she was caught in her own feelings.
Yeah, it's his realm.
About what she wanted opposed to what needed to be done.
So what were we talking about?
You were just talking about how our words, how it impacts intention.
So now we're going in.
Message on your phone from John Woodbury.
He's leaving Monday. I like to go see him.
Mm-hmm.
How can you as a partner support your partner's mental health and in turn help protect the family structure?
Oh.
You got an answer for that?
No, go ahead.
I mean, if you got an answer.
I like to set an atmosphere which is conducive to peace.
That's one of the ways.
Yeah, I like to set an atmosphere where it's peaceful. When you come, that you could just let it just relax, let it down. You're not out there and the world isn't, you're home and you're safe. And you can be vulnerable. You can, act goofy if that's what you need to do. If you want to just lay down and whatever, but you can relax.
That's correct. What she said is very, very important. This is not a male or female thing. It's for whoever needs it.
Right.
One of the things I like that it had down there, it said, avoid trying to fix stuff. It says when you try to fix stuff, the burden becomes yours.
Yeah, and sometimes you make it worse.
And it becomes worse. Like she said, create a safe place, a judgment-free place.
Yeah.
Where once again, my words are not being used against me. That's one of the worst things you can do in any relationship is use what someone says against them.
Right.
Because it'll shut them down.
Right.
It will shut them down. Let the person know it's okay not to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? But it has to be a safe place for this to take place. Once again, we're dealing with how mental health can destroy the family structure and how we as partners can help with our partners who are experiencing mental health. Now, I personally would recommend that you go see professional help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that these people have been to school for a long period of time, so they have been trained to give us strategies on how to process this stuff better. You know what I'm saying? And once you get acclimated to that, then now you come home, and I think it's important that you share with your mate what it is that you're being instructed to do. When you go see the mental health professional, so that they can be instrumental in your process.
Yes. Yeah, because if I'm
Because
going,
if he don't
I don't know what's
she-
going on,
Absolutely.
then I might do something that's going to trigger an old behavior.
That is correct. You know, what do I need to do?
How do I position myself
Absolutely.
so that I'm part of the solution?
So I like how they said it. So when you position yourself there, you become a partner in the healing opposed to a partner in the burden.
Correct. Right.
And like I said, it says encourage professional help. It says many men avoid therapy due to stigma or fear. We got to get out of that, peoples.
Yeah.
We got to get out of this. I'm not going to therapy. Dude, it is life changing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so important that we find somebody who can help us empty out,
Yeah.
because we're carrying around so much stuff from our childhoods that we don't even know about. And it's affecting, I mean, it was, and I kind of discovered it a while back, but I really saw it the last few days, how what I was using to survive in the hood, I'm now using as strategies. And the reasoning for using that is no longer there. It's no longer there. And you're gauging people by these principles
Right.
that
No longer exists in your realm of life.
that is correct. They were
Yeah.
necessary at a certain point,
Right.
but now they're no longer necessary.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
Because that you're operating in your normal.
This is what I'm used to doing.
Mm.
And back to the scripture that we just read in regards to give it and shall be given to you. One of the things that I noticed in there, there's no time. It doesn't reference when your harvest is going to come back, nor does it reference how long you should be given.
Right.
But based off a person's behavior, it'll stop you.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to do that. Your partner's behavior doesn't give you the right to do nothing.
Right.
But we use it against them. We use it to our advantage. Well, you did this, you did that. It's a lot of times I hear people, we will call it intense fellowship. And their recoil, or that's not a good word. Their return conversation in regards to what somebody says to them is what they did. Like, hey, you did this, YZ. Well, you did this. Why are you using this opportunity to talk about that? Like, if it was that much of a problem, how come you didn't talk about that before?
That's an easy response. That's a knee-jerk response.
It is what we do.
Yeah, it's a knee-jerk response.
It's what we do.
Everybody's guilty of it.
I like this one here. It says, pray with him and for him.
Yeah.
These are strategies we got to learn, people. And when I use the word him, let's change that to whoever. Whoever's the one that's going through the anguish, we got to look to help.
Yeah, it's just not your mate, you know, someone you're in covenant with. But it could be a coworker. It could be a friend.
Anybody.
It could be anybody.
I don't believe that God shows you stuff for you to just go, man, what's wrong with them? Like the other day, you was in a supermarket and you went up to that young lady, and
oh yeah, she touched me,
and you said she was crying, and you just asked if you could hug her. These things are this is not accidentally happening.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But let's start doing a lot more of that stuff in the house.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? You see your spouse or your partner, and you're going, man, I wonder what's wrong. Go to them. Hey, man, is there something I can do for you? You understand what I'm saying? Can I pray for you right now?
Even say the words, hey, I see you were struggling.
That's not a good thing.
It
may put them on the defense.
But if I say, if I come to you and say, babe, I see you struggling. What can I do?
You see me struggling with what?
I could see with your words, with your actions, with anything.
Okay.
You know, I can be specific at that moment.
You need to be.
You understand? Yeah.
It's very important that you be specific.
Why are you saying that in reference to you?
I'm saying in reference to me because you're saying you see me struggling, but you're not telling me what you see me struggling with.
Okay, yeah.
You left the thing
I
wide
made it
open.
big and wide. Okay.
And I'm like, well, what the hell does she see? No, seriously.
But then can't you come to the understanding that we're talking about me and you, I'm in no way ever trying to hurt you.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Or point out your flaws.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Oh,
You know, if you see me struggling, tell me what you see.
I got you.
And now let's figure out a way to resolve it. Because
Mm-hmm.
I might not see it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't tell me what it is that you see,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, what the hell is she talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I could just be having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could just be having a day. But I have to be in a position, like you just said, to receive that.
Right.
You know, and not go, what the hell she was just watching? Now she Dr. Ruth.
I'm Dr. Ruth was the sex psychologist.
That's what I'm getting at.
That's what you're talking about. What am I struggling with?
Yeah.
No.
Prayer works for people.
Yeah.
You don't gotta belong to no church. You don't got cry out to God.
Yeah.
Cry out to God. Listen, I need help with this man, with this woman, and be prepared for the response. Now,
Mhm.
are you willing to do the work?
Yeah.
I think everybody should belong to a ministry. Why do I say that? Because everybody needs a mentor.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. Somebody who you deem
You don't know everything.
right.
And you got to be open to criticism.
Have to.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
These are all, this is very important in the family structure. The African American family is dissolving.
Mm.
It's dissolving, and we're standing by watching.
Yeah.
Oh, they bugging out over
Idly
there.
watching.
They crazy over there.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe knocking on their door.
It's like, what can we do?
What can we do?
Yeah.
Have y'all eaten today?
Yeah.
Are y'all okay? I remember one year, Calms and them. That sounds like a gang. Carmen worked for this temp agency. And hey, Avis, and they gave all these turkeys.
Yeah, they gave me turkeys to give out.
And we was like, what the fuck we gonna do with these turkeys? So we decided to we went down to her mother's neighborhood and we decided to knock on doors. And there was a family, I'll never forget, that said, we don't know what we was gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that, Cons.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, just simple knocking on people's doors.
Yeah, just to give.
To
Yeah.
give.
Yeah.
We're not coming for nothing. We got these turkeys. And man, I don't know if your mom still talks with those people, but you know,
Mhm.
when you feel something is wrong, do something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was good. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Just invite God into the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Read the scripture together, even if it's just one verse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bring the third chord into the whatever, the fight, whatever. Bring that third chord in there.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's important. Like,
Mhm.
you know, it puzzles me how we take better care of our vehicles than we do our minds. We'll take that vehicle in, oil change regular, tire rotation, tune up, and your mind got more miles on it than any dang on vehicle out there.
Please, it's not even just your car, yourself. You go and get your hair done,
Nails done,
you shop, you got all the latest things, you're clean.
and you're not taking care of the inside.
But look on the inside of you,
I take care of the
toe
inside.
up, mine everywhere.
And for those of you who are not toe up, God bless you.
Oh, yeah.
Go help somebody.
Right. Not be in that position. Yeah.
Go help somebody.
Yeah. And if,
In your house.
yeah. Yeah.
Stop looking to be applauded for a lot of stuff that you do.
Right.
And understand this is a roll your sleeve up, put your boots on business. This is I'm about to get dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to get some mud on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
if you're in the business of helping people, that's part of it. We're dealing with mental health and the family structure. We gotta be better. How can I say this? Not just to eliminate ourselves as being the problem. We gotta be better so that we can help everybody in this structure resolve whatever could be going on.
Right.
And if you can't resolve it, listen, let's find somebody who can.
Yeah.
Instead of us sitting around, you mad, you upstairs, I'm mad, I'm downstairs. And one of the things that I really dislike about modern technology is the telephone has created a place where now we don't have to deal with nothing. If there's something that's in disarray in the house, we'll take that phone and barricade ourselves somewhere in the house. And now the issue doesn't have to be dealt with because this surreal world that this phone has created has become your safe place.
Yeah.
And you
just veg out on scrolling.
Yeah. And I don't knock it because I scroll a lot. I do. You know, it's one of the things that I'm weaning myself off of because it's a distraction.
Yeah.
It's a big distraction. We're back to speaking life. Speak life into your mate.
Yeah.
The words that come out your mouth matter, not just to them, but in another realm.
Yeah.
You know, that nigga this, that nigga that. That's what he gonna be.
Continuously.
She don't do this, she don't do that. That's what she gonna do.
Yeah.
You're speaking your future. Sometimes, and I'm learning this, and I've started writing again. I'm writing stuff so that if I don't have the words to say, I read it. I read it. This is what I'm gonna read in the morning. This is what I'm gonna read at this time. This is what I'm gonna read at this time. You gotta learn to be positive in the stuff that comes out your mouth. I think they call them affirmations. I just know from just watching that video and listening to the stuff I've heard this week, your words is creating your future. It's creating your path.
Yeah.
And we don't really take that into consideration. It says, remind your partner of their value, of their identity, of their role. Let's talk about that for a second. There's so many of us that are getting into relationships and have not defined what I'm supposed to be doing in this relationship until I do something wrong. Then I'm told,
you the man.
Yeah, there you go.
This is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Then I'm told what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, I got to do something wrong for now you to tell me how to do it right. But this comes with communication.
It does.
And,
it does.
You know, both parties not being too embarrassed to say, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
The average man don't know. You know what I'm saying? Me, I didn't have a model. I didn't have, somebody to look up to go, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do as a father, as a husband.
Right.
We don't know. So it's almost like we're winging it until we do something wrong. Well, my father, this and my. Wait a minute. They gonna live with that nigga. I'm just.
It's not go live.
That's
with
our
it.
defense.
But yeah, it's
instead of helping me.
Right.
Once again, this is mental health. Help me. How can I say this? Help me in my lack of. Help me where I don't know.
Right.
If you know how this can be better, help me.
Now, when the person goes to help,
we got to be open to receive.
You have to be receptive.
Got to be open to receive.
Yeah, because to say, help me.
You got to be open to receive. That's
and
correct.
if somebody go to help you, then it's like, you ain't my mother.
You got to be open to receive. That's right. You got to be open to this is what brings value to the relationship. The ability to not always be a giver, but to be able to receive.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, man, there's some people I know, they know it alls. And when you say something to them, they don't even allow you to get all your thoughts out. And it's like, well, you don't need to be with nobody. You know every damn thing. Why do you need to be with somebody? All right, move right along because I'm getting sleepy too.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, watch for warning signs. Okay, if you've been with somebody over, I say 5 years, I always use the 5-year rule. You should know certain things. Although that person should be able to say to you, hey, this is not a great time, you should know. You should, okay, let me get them a little bit of time before I dive in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now's a good time. Hey, you good? You sure? Anything you want to talk about? And if they say no, stop prying.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, don't pry. I'm talking from a man's perspective.
Okay.
Now, for a woman, I don't know. You got to ask Bruce Jenner. But yeah, he seems to like being a woman. Yeah,
That was
he's really crossed over. But we don't. When we're, I can say, use the word uptight.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like. I don't want to use the word prying. It's almost like I feel pressured.
It's as though you're being backed
Back
in
me
a
in
corner.
backing me in a corner.
Yeah.
You got to be able to know these nuances about your partner. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know these nuances, then it's great to back off.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to push yourself into a fire.
Yeah.
And it's just not wise.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. It says, respect the boundaries, but stay present.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you your space, but I'm not going to be far.
Right. I'm here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when the instances happen, when you want to give your help
Mm-hmm.
and they reject it, you isolate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, if they didn't want that, that's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
At the particular time that you wanted to give the help, it might not have been at a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I don't need your help, but not right now. Right? As I said, we did a show about 2-3 weeks ago. I said, help me learn you so I can learn how to love you as you're helping me. A lot of people don't know themselves, so they get lost. Like some people say, I got lost trying to develop this relationship. Yeah, because you didn't know yourself.
Right.
You need to really understand who you are. And it's kind of hard, growing up how we grew up. But it's doable. Because once you know who you are, it's not hard for you not to be offended when somebody may say something like, nah, not right now. Because some people get offended over the fact that people don't want their help.
Yeah, and that's a little
I think you're a little crazy.
Yeah, a little.
You really need the professional help.
Yeah.
You really need that. And this says model emotional health. You got to take care of your own mental health and your own spiritual health before you help somebody else. Because if you're damaged, you might create more damage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he sees you prioritize peace, rest, prayer, it's a healthy tone. I see how that works.
Mm-hmm.
I see how that works. Well, yeah, let me try that. Don't make it personal. Sometimes when something's going on in a relationship, it's got nothing to do with you. But it can become about you if you don't understand the boundaries that need to be set. You become the target.
Yeah, but that's where the effective communication comes.
We've established that.
Right.
We've established. But if there is no effective communication, don't become the target. How do you become the target? You keep prying. You sure you're good? And now, boom, here's an explosion that could have been avoided if you just back away. Just back away. What's the last one? This one's good. That's my first time saying this.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, this is not just for the males. This is for the women as well. I'll put this in the comments. It says, stay grounded and remind yourself they're hurting, not attacking.
Right.
They're hurting. Some people don't know how to articulate their hurt.
Right.
It comes out like an attack, but they don't mean no harm. They just don't know no other way on how to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if Man, we gonna stay within we over an hour. We ain't no hour and 50 minutes, Viola, but we over an hour.
You know, you gonna leave her alone.
So yeah, we just came on. We're still trying to deal with men's mental health. But this year encompassed both parties. The key is I want to be more help than harm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know when you're causing harm. It's very important that you know you're causing harm. And when you do notice that, do introspection. Like, okay, what can I do to better handle that?
Yeah.
How can I better handle that? So we'll be back on next week. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We're trying to keep it short. We don't want to go for hours because I need sleep. And the model from when I was a kid was each one teach one.
Yeah.
It was a camp model we had. This is where we got to get at.
Yeah.
We got to stop pointing fingers.
Yeah.
We got to stop gossiping, and we need to get in the dirt and say, "Hey, I'm in here with you."
Yeah.
What we need to do.
Right.
Now, there are some people who are not your assignment. You got to back away.
Understand what your lane is.
You got to back away.
And what your side. Everybody's not your assignment.
Everybody's not your assignment.
We can't fix everybody.
That's right.
You understand? We ain't for everybody.
Don't get yourself frustrated
Yeah.
because your help wasn't the help that was needed.
Yeah, don't get mad when people are not receptive to what you got to say.
Absolutely.
To understand that you planted a seed. Now, whether they took it or not is on them. You know, you got to just...
I remember having a conversation with a dude, and we were talking about how we help at homeless, we feed the homeless. And it amazes me that people believe that because in front of them seems to be a destitute individual, their ability to choose what they want to eat has been taken away from them.
Yeah, like what they say, beggars can't be choosy.
He's not begging.
He's not begging. He's here for
this is a program.
Service,
this is a program.
And that it was providing
your
something.
job
is
to serve him. But what we do, this gentleman in particular got upset because the person in front of him did not want to take. Number one, it ain't your food. You're helping.
Yeah, we don't take it.
If that money did not come out your pocket,
no.
That food, you did not prepare that food. But because of how you view that individual, now all of a sudden he's supposed to take what you got. You tripping. You'll never be able to help people like that. They'll be able to, that man still has the right to choose if he wants to eat or not.
That's right.
You can't get crazy because he don't want. And that same concept goes into when you talk to people.
Right.
They might not want your food. The words out your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving right along.
Yeah. Next.
That's it. I've tried.
That's all I got.
But there are some people who truly get bent out of shape over the fact that what they thought that they could give somebody, they didn't take. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. So it was more about what you were doing,
about you.
Opposed
That's
to
right.
serving that person to their capacity.
And then they'll go off and talk about the person. You know what so-and-so said? Let's be help, people.
Yeah.
We went to a conference many years ago, and MC Light said something so powerful. She said, be the help that actually helps.
Yeah.
Don't be the help that
looking for.
We out here in these streets.
I'm fixing this plate.
Fixing plates, feeding these people.
Yeah.
Be help that actually helps.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I love about the word of God is how Jesus, prior to him ever doing anything, it says he had compassion for the people. Show some compassion, man. People really need to know you care.
Yeah. And that's what I was showing the young lady yesterday. Because when we came into the store, I saw her crying.
I thought you knew her.
No, never saw her in there. You know, as much as I'm in that store, I've never seen her before.
They know you, though.
They know me. I didn't know her. Shut up.
Every cashier knows you.
I saw her crying.
I ain't seen you in the store all week. Yeah, but that was good.
Yeah, it was. And you said, "Well, did you ask her what was going on?" And it
Mhm.
was like, I didn't. That's not what came to me.
Oh, I mean,
it
it was just a question.
It was like she just needed to
She needed
feel
to be seen.
because she was sitting there like sitting here falling apart and nobody's watching. me.
Nobody's watching. Yeah,
Yeah, and I saw her, and how can I see that
you can't walk by.
and not address
You
it?
can't, people. You cannot
Yeah,
walk
and
by.
I was very protective, not to be loud,
Yeah.
and
and
just
we got to be guarded.
very discreet,
Yeah,
and just letting her know, it's gonna work out.
it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna.
Some
work
people, that's
out.
all they need to hear.
It's gonna work out.
Man, somebody actually stopped and noticed
No,
me.
somebody saw me.
Somebody noticed me.
Yeah.
Man,
People are hiding right in your face. You have to pay attention. And sometimes it takes you
step out of
to
your
look at
step
them
out of your
and
comfort
say,
zone.
you don't
Yeah.
have to hide.
Step out of your comfort zone.
You don't have to
and just
hide.
say something to these people.
It's going to be all right.
Say something to these people.
Yeah.
You know, I often see people, and I need to start doing this again. I haven't done it since we moved here. They open their window and give somebody less fortunate a couple of dollars. No, I done pull your car over and talk to these people. I used to do that in Newport. I used to do that all the time. Sit there on the medium and talk to them. You would be amazed at the intellect of some of these people. They just, like one guy, I think I told you this story when I was in West Virginia. I used to see him every day. And then I pulled over one day. I said, hey man, can I buy you something? Dude had a wad of money. He said, because I'm sitting over here, you think I'm broke? He said, I'm just living off the grid. He said, stop judging people by how you see them. It changed the way I saw people. It changed the way I saw people because, just because you see people out there, don't judge them. Don't judge them, man. Go in help mode. And when I say go in help mode, that means that maybe what you got is not what they need. Walk away. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you took your time to go over there, it means something to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them really have mental issues. And if you're not prayed up, gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. So yeah, the topic was, how does mental health affect the family structure? I'm dealing with from a man's perspective. If you want the woman's perspective, you gotta call Bruce Jenner. I don't have his number.
He is not a woman.
He's sure playing one. But anyway.
How did we get on him? I have no idea.
Yeah. Try to be as compassionate as you can in situations that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Let your compassion rule you and not the other emotions.
Right.
Compassion is a really good tool when you can't understand something. Empathy is also a very good tool. Like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't require your words. Sometimes it just requires your presence. To know that somebody's there when I feel like talking. To know that somebody's there when it's time for me to get this off my chest. Opposed to you pushing yourself on this person and now both of y'all locked up. He don't want to say nothing. You don't want to say nothing. And that's just not healthy. We're trying to create healthy environments so that when we leave out our homes, we're in a good frame of mind.
Yeah.
We're not like, I can't believe. And your whole day is screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm Al. That's Carmen. This is Better for Today. We'll be back on next week, once again, talking about mental health, how to improve the family structure. We got to get better. And it's good that we look good on the outside, but now we got to do something on our inside.
Yeah.
All right. Peace. We'll see y'all next week.